That's a big laptop. Hello guys, it's Talia. The new Nitro 16s and 18s are back in a 16 and new 18-inch size, which is like really big. These Nitros are AI, meaning all new AI capabilities from AMD's Ryzen processors and Nvidia's Blackwell series cards. Ooh, up to a 5070 Ti. You've what? In this economy? Actually, yes. I will leave the links in the description. The top end of our processor is AMD's Ryzen 9 365, which has all sorts of capabilities to speed along AI-related processes, and AMD's Zen 5 architecture, which will do really amazing when it comes to things like power efficiency. The power consumption in this gen is the biggest draw of it. Least biggest draw, but it does mean things like better battery life on a gaming laptop, yes, really, and localizing AI workloads so your CPU doesn't get overwhelmed, say if you're doing creative work and have a few different processors running. And AI is the name of the game with Nvidia's 50 series cards. Don't worry, this will be the last time I say AI. Their super sampling process, DLSS, uses AI to generate more frames, especially helpful in graphically heavy titles. Yes, I'm looking at all of you. And there's a cool new update which is only available in the 50 series cards, which is multi-frame generation. And if you have an older gen card yourself, don't worry, you'll still get enhancements to DLSS in terms of the super resolution, motion, and normal frame generation. So where in the previous generation the GPU's frame generation would generate one new frame for every frame, the multi-frame generation works by generating multiple frames for every frame. I don't know why I explained that. But now it does mean you can 3x, even 4x your frame rate. When I first heard about this, I was like, all right, seems a bit excessive. But actually, I did bump up the frame rate to 3x in Cyberpunk. It was really smooth. It was really smooth. 4x is still overkill. I stand by that. But it really helps because in these cards, you have enhanced ray tracing, and we can make the most of the ray reconstruction software, which is also in DLSS. It's kind of like ray tracing plus. Ray tracing TI. Softer lighting, more realistic reflections. It's really nice, but like all good things, it will lower your FPS. That's what they say, right? So the frame generation makes up that difference, and then some extra, quite a bit extra. I played Cyberpunk. Yeah, real original, I know. Honestly, when we get these laptops that are pre-releases, this is basically the only game that's guaranteed to work. This laptop, like many of the others that come into our office, are engineering samples, which is not what you get at the final release. And it's basically a guessing game whether the graphic drivers will even download. This time they did not.
Never mind.
And usually that would mean no gaming allowed. But Cyberpunk is weirdly optimized enough, and the specs are powerful enough to kind of slug through. So screw it, we bought. I was playing at the screen's native 2.5K resolution in high to ultra settings, and that got me 52 frames per second. Then with the ray tracing on high and DLSS on auto, this bumped up the frames to 100. Pretty good. Now I added ray reconstruction for that prettier lighting, and then also the multi-frame generation to minimize the knock-on performance that ray reconstruction lovingly does, which ended up giving me 155 frames. I told you, it's overkill. And that is with barely functioning graphics drivers. Can't even call this a benchmark, more of a lowest point of reference. Yeah. Whatever the final release is will be more, maybe quite a bit more. And the temperatures after an hour of gaming were downright unbothered. I was confused. Honestly, I'm going to put this down to the cooling system on the Nitro AI because it's actually really similar to their Predator laptops, which have amazing cooling. This one similarly has vector heat pipes for better airflow and liquid metal thermal grease on the CPU. That's going to help out massively. There is Nvidia's Advanced Optimus to dynamically switch between your laptop's discrete graphics for gaming, creative work, and the onboard integrated graphics for everything else, daily productivity type of things. Don't need that big old power kicking in every time I want to open yet another Chrome tab. I will not close them. They are my safety tabs. But this does mean better battery, day-to-day, and lower latency for gaming. We like both of those things. Both, please. It's worth noting as well between the 16, which I have over there, and the 18-inch. Every single thing is the same spec-wise, apart from teeny tiny differences in the screens. Both the screens have fantastic resolutions of 2.5K, which really makes all the difference, especially on this bigger display, with the 18-inch having 100% color coverage of DCI-P3, opposed to the 16's full coverage of sRGB. So you get a little bit more colors in the 18-inch. However, the 16 does take a slight edge in refresh rate. But the difference is negligible. They're very similar, both great displays. Negligible. What a big word. There is up to 32 gigabytes of DDR5 RAM and 2 terabytes of SSD storage. Very storage, much fast. There's a plentiful port selection with the USB 4s and a little teeny tiny micro SD card reader. And all the ports for like the chunky cables are tucked in at the back here, which I like. Keeps everything nice and tidy. Lastly, this is a Copilot Plus PC, which means it has extra AI features. Okay, sorry, that is the last time now. And there are some cool features like live language translation and recall, which will help you search through your whole PC all at once for that one thing you need, but you can't remember where you saved it, where you even saw it. And whether you're all about these artificial intelligence features, or if you're not, it's a really good performing laptop. That's kind of the bottom line. The gaming performance is absolutely solid and the cooling is so good. This is a workhorse of a gaming laptop. And if you're looking for something more budget friendly, that is where the Nitro V series makes its appearance. But let me know what you think of the Nitro 16 and 18 AI down below, and I'll see you next time. Bye guys. Keyboard, it's just been going the whole time. No problem, eh?